at the same time. They're in there now as Hopkins throws to an open man down that far sideline.
Where has that been?
Asa Aldridge with the reception, a first down for the Jags.
That is a big-time throw. This is the best throw of the game for Hopkins. I mean, there was purpose, there was intent, and he just knew what he was doing. Look, watch him catch the snap. 1, 2, 3, read, step, and fire. That's the difference. That's the game that you have to play if you're going to go against Denton Ryan's defense.
Aldridge last week, 3 catches for 60 yards in the victory over Reddo. Handoff to Keon Hobbs, about a yard. Really tough to run, especially sideline to sideline against this Ryan defense.
Hey, I'm all about the run. I'm an offensive guy first and foremost, and as a quarterback, the run game is your best friend. But I also want to win the game. And at the same time, I've got to do what I've got to do to win the game. And the coaches have to give these kids a chance to do that. And if you're predictable, and I know that can be argued, if you're predictable, this defense is too good, they will snuff that out every single time.
Little option pitch to Jaden Lott, and there you go again. Ty Marsh there to throw Jaden Lott down for a loss of yardage as they try to go to the edge.
Yeah, and you go with the option play, the quarterback has to be an actor. You've got to, and he does a pretty good job of eliminating one guy, but then you've got to get some help and block to try to get the option play to the edge. Too much team speed, too much talent up front. It's got to be bang, bang, and go.
Now the Jags facing a 3rd and 14. Hopkins to step up, has room to run. Slides, but he was shy of the first down.
Got to get that yard, young man.
You have got to get that extra 2. That's a 12-yard gain. But that will leave the Jags short of a first down and bring up 4th and about 2.
Man, this is the state semifinal game, Hopkins. You don't slide against some DBs. You lower that shoulder and make them pay for it. That's the difference of a first down, and now you got a 4th and 2 here. And you got to burn a timeout now.
Yeah, that's a tough timeout.
Timeout, offense.
We will take it with them. Big decision coming up for the Jags. What to do on 4th and 2 as they trail Ryan 28.
This 30-second download brought to you by USAA.
Hi everyone, I'm Ron Corning. Start the new year off right by joining the 2021 Virtual Hot Cake Hustle, the first event in the Run Project series called Race When You See It. You run anytime, anywhere now through February 28th. And yes, pancakes, hot coffee, and hot chocolate are still on the menu. Sign up at runproject.org. Weather-wise, expect highs to reach the 50s.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. USAA.
.730 left in the 3rd, and a big 4th down facing the Jaguars as they need 2. They are into Ryan territory, but this is a must get if you go for it here, LD.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to continue to put pressure on your defense if you don't get it. So yeah, it is a must get. They definitely got to go do it, but it's like they're lined up to punt.
It looks like they've thought better about going for it from midfield. They've got Hal Presley out there to punt the ball away. And Presley will kick it. Ball sails out of bounds. And they will mark it up all the way at the 36-yard line. Wow.
You almost should have just went for it then. But
almost, yeah, I think so. A 12-yard punt.
And that look there probably says it all. And it just goes to show that no matter what level it is, football is a game of inches, sometimes even a game of, trying to get that little extra yard or two. You punt the ball back to an offense that's never lacking in confidence, but I think their confidence is starting to get a little bit more so in this game, and they found some things to attack this defense on.
Handoff on first down for Caleb Hicks.
Good defense there. Is Rock coming up, Jalen Rock coming up and run support. Either one of these offenses is going to make a living going, parallel to the line of scrimmage. These defensive backs come up quickly. Look at Moses there. He's one of the safeties. He's the extra guy in the box. Kind of mixing things up.
No gain brings up 2nd down and 10. Hennigan looks and will try to pick up a few yards before going out of bounds, but he'll actually lose 2 as he was pushed out before the line of scrimmage. Good job again by this Jaguar defense.
Well, they're gamers, and they're keeping it interesting, right? They're doing what they need to do defensively, just making it tough. And Seth Hennigan wanted to go quickly out to the right sideline, to Denton Ryan sideline, to Michael Davis, but he was covered well.
The one luxury that Seth Hennigan has is you can pick up long 3rd downs when you've got a guy like Billy Bowman to throw to.
And he didn't really even tested the waters with Ja'Tavion Sanders much this game either.
Hennigan, low snap, picks it up, toss. It's complete, but nothing really to speak of there in terms of a gain, as the reception was made by Michael Davis. And that will bring up 4th down, and we will see the Ryan punting unit take the field.
Defense did what they had to do, and that was get off the field. How about that? Giving their offense another chance.
Ja'Tavion Sanders will punt. He will try to do a little bit better job than the Jags did on their last kick, and he does. Sends this one down the middle of the field, and now he will roll inside the 20, inside the 10. Down at the 6-yard line. Wow, a 55-yard punt for Ja'Tavion Sanders. The guy can do everything. Let's send it down to the field and check in with Chris.
A couple more people that can do everything. Jenny and Ron, you want to take a mid-morning break from ordinary news with a unique blend of informative storytelling and authentic dialogue. Join the conversation with Morning After, weekday mornings at 10, right here on CW 33.
So the Jaguars in a hole now. At their own 6-yard line, trailing by 15. Hand off to Lott. Jayden Lott out across the 10. Able to make the 11-yard line, a 5-yard pickup.
That's a nice run there, and they needed that one. And to keep this offense on schedule, ahead of the chains, if you will, this is a nice quick hit. You see the blocks there. Big Bear can't get there quick enough because the play happens bang, bang. And it's very similar to the 1 touchdown run they had in the first half. It was a quick hitter. The defense didn't have time to read and react.
Hopkins protected well. Throws it incomplete at the 30-yard line. Keon Hobbs was the intended receiver, and it was broken up by Caden Kelly.
These safeties have been quiet today. And Caden Kelly, look at this. This is a good pass, good effort, almost a great catch. But the defense is better and knocks it away.
Jags 2 of 6 on 3rd down. Facing 3rd and 5.
Offensive line got to give him some time here.
Handoff. And that's not going anywhere. Hobbs taken down in a hurry. DJ Arkansas and Michael G.
Well, I mean, it's tough to be armchair quarterback and second guess, but that might have been the perfect time to call the quarterback draw. You really hadn't had, really shown that. And just by looking at the pass protection, I think their quarterback has some chances to run. But if you just line up and run an off-tackle kind of power play and hope to gain 6 yards against this defense, man, that's a tough ask.
Al Presley back to punt. Needs to hit a better one than the last punt, which went 12 yards.
That's a nice one there.
Yeah, this is a nice one. Fair catch called for by Bowman and made at the 41-yard line. 48 yards on that kick. And that at least gives the Summit defense a chance against this very potent Raider offense. Let's send it down to the field and check in with Chris.
Well, we have a double dip of high school football here on CW 33 this weekend. Coming up Saturday with a 3 o'clock start time. We'll be down the street at Globe Life Park for South Lake Carroll versus Duncanville. These two teams met in a regional final the past 2 seasons. Now with realignment, they get together in a state semifinal round.
Pass by Hennigan. Bowman there. Reels it in one-handed, but a flag on the play.
That's going to be
I think this is going against Bowman. It's a 36-yard gain if it counts.
It was fun to watch, but more than likely going to come back. Offensive pass interference. Got that arm extended to create that separation.
Holding. Defense, number 4. Penalty decline. First down.
Okay, I'm going to shut up the rest of the broadcast now.
Shannon Hall disagrees, and just on first impressions, I think I do too. It looked like Bowman was holding off.
He was.
Sean Smith. Now penalty flags before this play can really start.
Boy.
Let's take another look.
False start. Offense, number 56, 5 yards, first down.
And there it is there. But
yeah, that's actually Jalen Rock who's in defense, and that was on Bowman.
And what is the defensive back supposed to do? I mean, he's getting stiff-armed, sprinting down the field. He's just trying to get the receiver's hands off of him, and he's allowed to do that. He can do that. That's not holding defensively.
Meanwhile, Billy Bowman, 13 catches for 125 yards and 1 touchdown.
Oh, goodness.
Hicks hit in the backfield, but stays on his feet, and now they blow the play dead because Orion offensive lineman lost his helmet.
That's Brian Bucket.
And Brian Bucket, who is not among the starting 5 offensive linemen. He's down the depth chart a little bit, but seeing an opportunity here, has his helmet pop off. Meanwhile, we have an injured Jaguar on the field. That is the linebacker, Miles Jackson.
Oh, what a series of back-to-back plays, right? You got the pass interference and wasn't pass interference, and then you've got a player's helmet go off and flags go everywhere, and you got a injured Jaguar.
Jackson is up on his feet, and he is walking over to the Summit sideline. Meanwhile, Ronnie Morgan talks with head coach Dave Hennigan about what transpired.
Give us something, Ronnie, now.
Now Ronnie picks up his flag, but I've yet to
2
hear.
penalties on the play.
Here we go.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense, number 8. Personal foul, offense, number 52. Penalty is going to be offset. It's going to still be first down.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Watch Washington right there. He's the one driving the play back. And Bucket didn't take too kindly to that.
Back to the action. Hennigan going for the end zone. Incomplete. Jalen Rock had a chance at the interception, but that was the only person that really had a chance at that one. The ball was intended for Billy Bowman Jr.
You know, Jalen Rock, it's interesting to watch him. He is playing better coverage against Billy Bowman as he is against some of these other receivers, you know, for Denton Ryan. At that time, he ran the route that Billy Bowman was supposed to be, and he was the closest one to make the catch.
Billy Bowman getting away with some contact a couple of times on this drive. Handoff. Hicks loses a yard.
This defensive line is physical too. These some big guys. We've talked enough about Washington, Thomas. I mean, I tell you, they've got some beef and very athletic up front. This offensive line, Denton Ryan, it has not been an easy day by any means. There's Washington right in the middle of your screen.
Yeah, it is a dogfight in the trenches tonight between these two clubs.
Yeah, Diddle Ray over there on the other side, number 14. These guys have been making some problems up front.
Hennigan on 3rd and 16. Breaks out of a tackle and then down inside the 25. That'll be well short of a first down, a 7-yard gain, but good job by the Jags defensively to break him down before the line to gain.
Yeah, that front four, you know, they don't have to bring an extra guy to put pressure on the quarterback. They've been able to get home close. Look at this. That's a good job there by Thomas. That swim technique, that flushed the quarterback out.
Elijah Lewinson with the tackle, and this time Cameron Washington makes sure that Seth Hennigan does not get the first down, and the Jags turn the ball over on downs.
Well, what a time for arguably your best defensive player to come up and make a play. They fooled them a couple of times in the first half with the quarterback draw. Not going to fool them here.
His coach, Shannon Hall, says Sam Houston State got a steal.
Yeah, they did.
In Cameron Washington.
Boy, they did.
Meanwhile, the offense with a chance to make something happen down by 15. Hopkins will throw it deep, has a receiver. It is Presley. Treat me like a fool. Treat me mean and cruel, but love me. Hal Presley, love me. 79 yards, touchdown.
Lay out on that one. Nothing to say after that one.
Hey, they threw on first down.
I'm telling you, I know a couple of things about football, and it's a play action pass. And it's the best down again. 1st and 10, you have a defense where you want them. You've got arguably one of the top receivers in the state. Let him go eat. Let him go get it. And it's a tough matchup for anybody. And that pass was perfect.
And the extra point is perfect as well. A one-play drive that goes 79 yards. And Hal Presley on Elvis Presley's birthday, don't you know?
Yeah, you just get the defense a little bit sleeping, right? They've seen run on first down so much. Now the play action pass is there, and the defensive back, Caden Kelly, the safety, gets caught peeking. When you peek, and the talent like you see in Presley, he will absolutely run by you. And it's a big touchdown play here for the Jaguars.
Well, the thing that's interesting is that, you know, through that first half and through much of this third quarter, Hal Presley was a silent member of this offense. He breaks out in a big way. Let's send him down to the field and check in with Chris.
And Coach Hall says Presley has the recipe for success, that on the practice field, in the weight room, he wants to prove it every single day that he is a big-time player. He saw D1 receivers in front of him who were hungry, and he followed their lead. Brandon Searles is now a freshman receiver at McNeese State. Jalen Travis doing the same at Kansas State. He saw both of them working their tails off, and Presley did the same. Now looking ahead, he's heading to Auburn, and it looks like the Tigers will probably be down their 3 most productive receivers from this season. So come next fall, Presley could make a big impact as a freshman.
Well, he just made a big impact on this game as it cut a 15-point lead to 8. 28-20 with 1:27 left in the third. Short kick, but it will be returned by Ryan Ty Marsh, who's done a bit of everything tonight, trying to make something happen, but the Jags are not going to allow it. Boy, what about a fight in Ty Marsh? That guy has no give up in him whatsoever.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And all your teammates start to feed off of that too. But you have to think here, you look at Seth Hennigan's night tonight. He's always workmanlike at the quarterback position, but you got to feel momentum is starting to shift back to the Jaguars. But this defense now has got to feed off of that and continue to play lights out and keep everything underneath and in front of them. You got a chance here.
Hennigan to Sanders. And Jatavian Sanders wrapped up for no gain. This Summit defense, they are getting after it, led by Karan Thomas and Cameron Washington up front.
Well, all 3 levels of this defense can get after the football. You see the big one there, Thomas getting out there making a play on Sanders.
2nd down and 10, Hennigan. Penalty flag as Seth Hennigan rolls it across the 25 up to the 28-yard line, but it looks like it might be a holding penalty coming against the Raiders.
And this is where
10 yards, 2nd down.
And this is where the defense starts to get after the offensive line late in the game, and they actually start to wear them down. Because when an offensive line holds like that, now keep in mind, they're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 protectors, but when you get tired, fatigued, the fundamentals start to break down, and then you start to hold. That's the only natural human tendency to do. And this is where the defense of the Summit Jaguars can really pin their ears and be very, very good.
You see those penalties tonight, uncharacteristic for the Ryan Raiders. Second down and 20 and another penalty. As we wind down the 3rd quarter.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5 yards, 2nd down.
That's the other thing too, Doug. Now you've got an antsy offensive line. Boy, look at uncover down here at the bottom. Keegan Cunningham. I mean, he is wide open, and this is where the quarterback's got to scan the field. Obviously, he used to do that anyway. But I know he's trying to get the play, get the protection set. Missed opportunity there.
An opportunity for the Summit defense. They've got Ryan Penn at 2nd and 25. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, for those of you who thought this game would be a foregone conclusion by now, it is not. Ryan leads Summit by 8 as we head to the 4th on CW33.
CW33 High School Football Showdown is brought to you by Jack in the Box, supporting high school athletics in your community.
Ever since you've been hanging out with Jack, there's something different about you.
Everyone's feeling the late night vibe with my $3 sauced and loaded tots with cheddar bacon or jalapeno ranch.
There is a place for all the early adopters of water, wind, and sky, where social distancing happens naturally. A place where you don't get out of your comfort zone. You just make it bigger.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations. Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Babe, are those the tots we ordered?
Everyone's feeling the late night vibe with my $3 sauced and loaded tots with cheddar bacon or jalapeno ranch.
We head to the fourth quarter at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Doug Anderson, Ladera McLean, and Chris Mykowski with you as Denton Ryan leads Mansfield Summit 28-20.
That his offensive line got to settle in here. You got to have some nerve. You got to play as one unit, protect your quarterback.
And again from his own end zone. Heaves one deep, incomplete. Over to the Summit sideline. Billy Bowman Jr. was the only receiver in the area.
Boy, that's a couple of times, or really several times, that Bowman Jr. and Seth Hennigan have not been on the same page. And this offense that had some things going for them in that first half, and really the start of the second half just a little bit, has had really nothing. They were really complacent on the last possession, and now they've had some penalties. You've had some great defense by Summit. Now you got 3rd and 25. That's really tough to overcome here.
Empty set. Hennigan steps up, throws it near sideline to Keith Cunningham. Cunningham with a nice game, but not nearly enough for a first down. And that will bring up 4th down, and the Raiders will have to kick.
That's a good decision by Hennigan. Don't force it. Check it down here. Basically, it's a check down, even though it was Keegan Cunningham. But look at the pressure. They're getting closer and closer. It's relentless. They don't let up at all, and they get off the field.
Jatavian Sanders, last punt went 55 yards. This one not quite as long. Stops at the 44-yard line. That's only a 29-yard punt. And that gives Summit great field position with some momentum as they scored on their last drive in one play, a 79-yard hookup between David Hopkins and Hal Presley. Let's send it down to the field and check in with Chris.
The other Class 5A Division I state semifinal going down right now at Alamo Stadium in San Antonio. Undefeated Cedar Park now up on Corpus Christi Vets 31 to 21, excuse me. It was a 21-17 Vets lead at the half. Timberwolves get 14 unanswered, and now a quarter away from coming right here to Arlington next weekend for the state championship.
And on Jaden Lott, he picks up 4. And I think Cedar Park might even be extending that lead. Last update I saw was 45-21. Timberwolves over Vets. Meanwhile, Lido has started to distance themselves from Wichita Falls Rider as well up at Apogee Stadium. I think the last score I saw on that one was 55-17. Hopkins with a keeper first down. And David Hopkins to the 24-yard line. Breaks off a nice run, 15 yards.
Well, here we go. First time we've seen the read option look today. Here it is. It could be even a called play because you bring the backside guard and tackle, and that's a different wrinkle to show this defense it's a run play. You make the defense have to defend the entire field, and it's another thing they have to think about, and you're just opening your playbook now as you've set up some other things and wrinkles off of that.
And off to Lott, penalty flag, as Lott goes for no gain.
Wow, Marquise Hill is walking around with a Summit helmet in his hand.
Cannot say that this is not a physical ball game.
How about Lott with his mask on? That's oh, that's all right right there.
Got to be safe.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 22, half the distance to the goal, first down.
I don't think that's ever good, a defensive player walking around with an opponent's helmet in his hands. Then gets up. He gets up with it. My goodness.
Penalty flags before this pass. So this play, whatever it is, will not count.
Outside, defense, number 96, 5 yards, first down.
They blew the whistle before the play had started, so 5-yard penalty.
Start to see some things unravel for Denton Ryan, and look at the penalties. 13 penalties.
Yeah, that's very
that is
un-Ryan-like.
Wow.
Hopkins tries to turn the corner and push out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. DJ Arkansas over there to ride him out of bounds. But Summit knocking on the door, trying to make this a tie ball game.
Here's the same play they ran a little bit ago. A little bit of a read option look. Probably a called quarterback keep. They get enough to get around Jatavian Sanders. One more block, and he may even get close to the pylon.
Give Caden Kelly credit for the tackle on that play. As Arkansas came in to clean up the mess, here's a run up the middle for a couple of yards. And remember, they can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line. Timeout on the field.
Well, you don't see the measurement in a football game. It's kind of a lost thing nowadays.
This is the first time this year I think we've seen an officiating crew actually measure for the first down.
Usually they just kind of eyeball it and start pointing the other way for a first down, but may get some chain gain action here.
Here we go. And clearly a first down. First and goal for the Jaguars as they trail by 8.
Well, now you kind of see why this team, they just don't go away. And here they're knocking on the door, Doug. Boy, to make this game, it's already interesting, but to make a lot of people on Denton Ryan's sideline get a little wide-eyed here.
Hopkins, touchdown. David Hopkins with a touchdown plunge to bring the Jags within 2.
This is all he needed. He had the lead blocker, his running back Hobbs. It's always that extra guy. You've got numbers to run the quarterback around the goal line, and there is no doubt at all to get the touchdown there.
All right, Coach McClain, they're lining up for an extra point. Is that the right call?
I think you got to go for 2 here.
The extra point is good by Keaton Foster, and either that is either that's a call that's going to be put in question later, or it's a excellent decision by Shannon Hall, showing confidence in his ball club that they're going to be in that end zone again.
Yeah, and I will support that. And your defense has been playing well. And you've got a field goal kicker, so even if it does come down to a kick, you've got a chance to do that, but your defense has got to make a play. I just think you go for 2 points and go ahead and try to tie the thing up. Even if you don't get it, you have to think in terms if you don't get it, it's still a 1-score game. and you're right back to the situation which you have right now, where it takes one more score to take the lead.
Right now we have a 1-point game, 28-27. Ryan leading Summit by the narrowest of margins. And wanted to bring up something you never know who's watching, right? On CW33, got a message during a timeout from a guy that knows a thing or two about Texas high school football, former Cedar Hill coach and Baylor assistant Joey McGuire.
Hey.
He reminded me that Mansfield Summit spent some years in Class 6A in the District of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Duncanville, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, and the like. They're not intimidated.
No, they're not.
Out here at all.
Thanks, Coach McGuire. You had to get it straight.
Great point.
That is a great point.
Jordan Bailey on the return. Nice return for Ryan out across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
You can just tell by the body language that they walk around like they belong, and it starts with the defense. You know, the defense sets the tone, especially this time of year, and they've done that. They've kept them in this game, and they've really benefited off some uncharacteristic mistakes of Denton Ryan. Let's be clear about that. They've made some uncharacteristic mistakes, and they're 1 point away from tying it up.
Caleb Hicks, catch out of the backfield, will pick up 7. Up to the 49-yard line, and we send it down to the field and check in with Chris.
I'm hearing the constant refrain over here on the Summit sidelines that this is our game now, and also heard a couple of coaches getting in players' ears that Ryan is not used to this. Take advantage of this. They're used to winning big. They are not used to this in the fourth quarter.
Hicks.
Yeah, I agree.
Stonewalled at midfield.
They're not used to being punched back. That's the thing. I honestly think they thought Mansfield Summit was going to go away. When the score was 28-13 in this second half, they usually have teams kind of lay down. But that's not the case with these Jaguars. This defense has played relentless, and they've gotten after these guys.
Bowman goes out of bounds near midfield. No gain there.
You know, it's the recipe of playing on the road and playing in the playoffs. If you can run the ball and you can play defense, or either one of those, you got a chance.
4th and 3. A big play for the Raiders coming up now. And again, we'll drop back, and he'll go ahead and quick kick it downfield, try to set up the defense with good field position. And he will do just that as the ball rolls inside the 10-yard line. 40-yard punt for Seth Hennigan. And now you tell your Ryan defense, go to work, because you've got the Jaguars pinned deep in their own territory.
Yeah, you got to. And this is what it's all about. And it's going to come down to which team is not going to blink first.
This second half has certainly seen the two teams light up the scoreboard. Seth Hennigan found Jordan Bailey early on from the TD, but Summit just kept coming back, LD.
Well, this was one of the better throws of the night, and this was on first down. Keep that in mind. Play action pass, and then you allow Presley to go vertical and attack, and this offense fed off of that, and they were able to capitalize with a touchdown there with their quarterback to cut it to 1 point.
So the Summit Jaguars, who got into the playoffs courtesy of tie-breaking rules, are trailing by a mere point to the mighty Ryan Raiders. 8:25 left in the game. Second down and 8.
Man-to-man coverage.
Hopkins scrambling, and he will go down at the 12-yard line, maybe picks up a yard.
Good defense there.
DJ Arkansas.
That's good defense. That's a great adjustment by the defensive coordinator. You play man coverage, but now you keep a spy hanging around in there. DJ Arkansas is probably one of the better players that you can have in that situation to make sure the quarterback doesn't squeeze outside of the pocket.
Third and 7. Hopkins Looking, buying time, downfield, incomplete. He had a man, Asa Aldridge. It would have been good for a first down. Aldridge couldn't reel it in, and now you've got 4th down for the Jags.
You see Shannon Hall saying, man, you got to make that play, help our quarterback out. This is an excellent job by Hopkins to extend the play, and that pass is dimed, and it's just dropped, and that's a tough catch. Certainly, you've got hands in front of you, and there's a lot of concentration there by the receiver.
I want to give a little bit of credit to Garyon Robinson. Might have put a hand in there at the last minute to mix things up a little bit. Well, Presley has to punt, and it is blocked. Presley picks it up. He will look downfield, throw it. Jump ball, incomplete. Michael G. What a man. Michael G. blocks the punt, and now the Raiders have it in a golden opportunity to stretch out the lead.
Boy, don't tell me special teams are not equally as important, especially when you're trying to get to that state championship game. Look at him here. Michael G. He split out wide, and it's just a whiffed block. And this is just the attention to detail that you got to pay attention to practice. That's why these coaches get on these players in special teams. It was just not a great effort to block, at least slow him up.
Running a reverse, Jatavian Sanders throwing to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Seth Hennigan. Where did he come from? Touchdown, Ryan Raiders.
Oh, it's the Philly special. I actually thought Jatavian Sanders probably could have kept it and ran it in himself.
Well, the plot thickens, doesn't it, LD?
Yeah, it sure does. Here it is. You got to see the entire play. It's exact drawing up Philly special. You'd like for your quarterback to be a little bit cleaner, but the pass was perfect, and the athlete that Seth Hennigan is pulls that thing in.
And Ryan grabs that momentum back. The Philly special, Sanders to Hennigan. Raiders lead at 35-20.
Our new house is amazing. Great street, huge yard.
There is a bit of an issue with our neighbor's fencing. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save even more.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Peter.
Push it.
What? Bring down.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Can you cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned out front? If so, then absolutely.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger. Available by dine-in, drive-thru, curbside, and delivery.
And Ryan, touchdown set up by this punt block. Hopkins picks it up and decides to throw a jump ball, which falls incomplete. And Coach McClain, my question for you, do you instead take a safety there, and then you're only down 3, and field position is a lot more advantageous?
Yes, you absolutely take the safety, but being a teenage player in the heat of the moment, you're thinking, hey, I don't want to give up a touchdown off this fumble and recover. So you can't fault him for the effort, but yes, the smart play was to take the safety and punt the ball back, kick the ball back to Ryan and only be down 3.
Jalen Rock tries to return the kick, but he is met quickly by the Ryan special team stop to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you see Seth Hennigan, he's right off the right tackle. That should alert the defense that something's up, right? But the pass is pretty good. And that's just a good athletic play by your quarterback to go up and snag it.
So David Hopkins and the Jags have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they do. And hey, no one said the road to the state championship is going to be easy. This team is battle tested You know, Doug, you and Chris both talked about how they got here. This is nothing to this team. It's just one more thing they got to do here.
Hopkins steps up and runs it to the 40-yard line, picks up 4. You got to go back to another key play there in that series of events. The block punt by Michael G.
Yeah, and Asa Aldridge, all he has to do is just kind of get in the way, and that punt never gets blocked. But the fact that he whiffed on the block and he didn't really do the extra little effort, and that's what I'm talking about, the difference of making a state championship and winning state championships. It's the little attention to details, and Michael G benefited from that and went in there and made, arguably to this point, the biggest play of the game.
Hopkins being chased. Ball comes loose. It's picked off by the Raiders. DJ Arkansas. Touchdown. A 32-yard return. And the Ryan defense is making their statement at AT&T Stadium. Got a penalty flag.
And this is going to be on Anthony Hill in the end zone. Now this was to me, it looked like well after the touchdown was scored. So that touchdown's good. It's going to be personal foul after the fact.
Touchdown is good.
And
oh boy.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Offense. 15 yards will be put on the kickoff.
Yep, yeah, that was Anthony Hill. I watched the thing the entire way. Might be able to see it here. This is good pursuit. This is Marquise Hill. Stays on track. Makes the hit. And then it's off to the races. And DJ Arkansas just strolls in the end zone. And you don't see that shot there.
extra point is good. And LD, not to take anything away from the Ryan offense, but the defense has put them in a position to win this game. You go back to the very first score, a fumble recovery by Ty Marsh for a TD. Billy Bowman with a key interception that helped set up a score. You've got this last series of events with a block punt that led to a touchdown, then the DJ Arkansas interception that goes for a touchdown. Let's go down to the field and check in with Chris.
Well, with Arkansas getting himself a steak dinner, I want to revisit a story I told about him a couple of weeks ago in our broadcast when Ryan played Longview. I think it's worth talking about again. Arkansas suffered a lacerated kidney after taking a hit in his first freshman game versus Lancaster. Missed most of his 9th grade year and was told he would never be able to return to contact sports. But that was not something he was willing to accept. Arkansas worked himself back in time for his sophomore campaign when he contributed on special teams and as a backup linebacker. And now for his junior and senior years, he has been a starting LB for the Raiders. Earlier this month, 3.5 years after being told that he may never suit up again, he signed to play college football for the Rice Owls.
That is an amazing
making me hungry
journey. And yeah, he gets a steak dinner from Coach Delatorre.
What I got to do to get a steak dinner?
Maybe after the season's over, I'll take you.
Oh, hold up now.
Ball is loose on the field.
No.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
The Ryan Raiders have recovered it. Another mental lapse.
Yeah, they're pointing the other way now.
Goes against Summit. Let's take another look because maybe this is not going the way of the Raiders. We'll have to sort it out. Coach Dave Hennigan fired up on that Ryan sideline.
How is this not Ryan Raiders football?
Maybe the ball went out of bounds.
Maybe the player's foot was out. Yeah, maybe. Watch the end of this. Let's keep it. Austin Jordan, the closest guy that's going to get a chance at it at the end. That's what it is. Yep. Right. Whoa. Woo. Woo. Okay.
Very close, but the ball will go to Summit. And now the Jaguars, they kind of shot themselves in the foot a bit after being within 1 point.
Delay. Offense, 5 yards, first down.
At 28-27, it's been all Ryan ever since.
Great teams find a way to get it done, don't they? They just figure out a way to get a chance to put them in a winning position with 5 minutes or less in a game. You got 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in this one. Momentum certainly shifted back to the Ryan Raiders.
Hopkins,
oh boy,
in the grasp of the Bear. Bear Alexander brought down David Hopkins for a 12-yard loss.
Right, they flipped the switch, and when they flipped the switch, they let everybody know who's the #1 team in the state, and one of the top-ranked defenses still playing in state by one of the top players in the state, in the Big Bear Alexander.
See, when a play like that happens, everybody on the Ryan defense should get a bear claw.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's pretty good. Oh, they got to go. The play clock is...
And Shannon Hall is telling him that.
Go.
Hopkins in trouble. And he is brought down. The ball is loose. It looks like Summit recovered.
Boy, Hopkins' internal clock has left him. He's holding on to the ball. You can't do that against this defense. It's hurt him. The last 2 series, it's absolutely hurt him. He's got to get rid of this ball. That Spider-Man sense that you develop as a quarterback has to be blowing off the charts here, because you're not going to have time to let these routes develop so far downfield. We're lucky to still have the ball here, Doug.
Under 5 minutes to play.
Play clock.
Hopkins fires one, incomplete. Intended for Desarian Brown. Garyon Robinson there in the coverage.
That's a good try, but they're going to have to punt this ball away.
4th and 27, you really don't have a choice.
And it's got to be back, on their defense again, just to try to give them something. And this is all about field position. So, Presley's got to get him a good one here. You got to, hit it pretty solid and hope your coverage team gets down there in coverage.
Presley at the ready, they kick away. And it will be down at the 46-yard line. 24 yards on the punt by Presley. And boy, the defense and the special teams have played a huge role in the game tonight.
It's not cliche to say all 3 phases matter when you're trying to get to a championship. This started it off here. Ty Marsh benefiting from the scoop and score. And this is probably one of the best INTs you'll see all season long at any level. And then they come back again. There's that man again, Doug, Ty Marsh. And then this is what started the cavalcade of momentum for the Denton Ryan Raiders here late this 4th quarter.
Handoff across midfield. Got Keori Hicks in the ball game. How about that? First carry for Keori Hicks. He's battled some injuries this year, but good to see him back on the field. The older brother of Caleb Hicks. The two have combined for over 1,000 yards rushing this year. Handoff, and Keori Hicks picks up a first down to the 40-yard line, 7 yards. down to the field. We'll check in with Chris.
You mentioned Chiori's injury issues. He had a muscle strain in his quad that just kept popping up. Looked like he probably wouldn't be able to get back in. And actually, I took a look at him during warm-ups today, and he's still walking around pretty gingerly. So I'm a little bit surprised to see him in the ball game, but with a big lead here with only 3 minutes left, get him some snaps.
He's been a guy that has certainly contributed to the success of the Ryan Raiders, not only this year, but for the past couple of years. And again, we'll hand off to Hicks. And again, inside the 35 to the 33-yard line, close to the first down, about a yard or two shy, and timeout on the field.
Timeout, defense.
So Summit will stop the clock with 2:43 left to go in the game.
Right now you're just starting to see an offensive line reestablish themselves. And you almost have to think here, you know, again, these are young men, these are kids. Spirit-wise, it's been zapped just a little bit out of this defense of Mansfield Summit. Now,
I would agree with you, LD. Let's send it down to the field again and check in with Chris.
Part 2 of our high school football showdown weekend on CW33. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock down the road at Globe Life Park in Arlington. The South Lake Carroll Dragons and the Duncanville Panthers. One of the biggest storylines heading into this one is that the Dragons will be without their head coach, Riley Dodge, as he has coronavirus, has been at home this week. But Doug, you and I talked to him earlier today, and it really seems like, other than being there in person, he's actually been able to do the job. He's been on Zoom calls with his players and coaches and trying to stay as involved as possible. But tomorrow, he won't be able to use that technology to communicate.
No, NCAA rules prohibit the use of technology, so Riley Dodge will be a spectator watching CW33, hopefully.
Yeah.
And in fact, he asked for an extra wide lens,
okay,
so he can see the whole field tomorrow as Carroll takes on Duncanville. Meanwhile, Chiori Hicks running like a man out there, pushing the Jaguars inside their own 20-yard line to pick up a first down.
You know, that was been the one thing today. I thought this Summit defense did pretty good against the run, but you know, the damage has been done, and you're really fighting against odds, and that's kind of typical there. All the spirit's been gone out of this defense.
The icing on the cake for the Ryan Raiders, Chiori Hicks with the touchdown to make it 48-27.
Oh, really, the story of the game was probably just the last quarter. Last few moments of this fourth quarter, that was the difference in the game, and this touchdown here was just a momentum thing, and all the momentum on the side of the Raiders. It's the same plays they've been running all game, and Summit has defended it well. The circumstances chance, and that was just a formality there.
You really have to give Summit a lot of credit. They were down 28-13. They fought and scrapped their way back to within a point, and then things just got away from them. It was just a matter of a lot of bad breaks, maybe some fatigue setting in a little bit, and one way or another, the Ryan Raiders just caught a bolt of lightning and rode it to now a 49-27 advantage.
Yeah, you just think about it. You had a block punt, you had the Philly special, and then now you've got this touchdown here to kind of cap it off, and they just scored relentlessly. And it was kind of the perfect storm, like you mentioned, Doug, of some things just not going their way. And that is the difference in this game, because really through 3.5 quarters, I thought these two teams played a heck of a game, especially the Jaguars. I thought they played a fantastic defensive game and did enough on offense to be in it.
But in the end, the Ryan Raiders, the #1 ranked team in Class 5A, showing you why they have that ranking. They turned it on when they had to, and they ran away from Summit in the latter half of this ball game, 49-27. Now the score. Kick taken by Rock at the 30-yard line. Rock finds a hole across midfield, using the speed, out racing Billy Bowman to the 10, to the 5, and Bowman finally drags him down at the 1-yard line, a 68-yard return, and Jalen Rock saying, we're not done yet.
How about that there? You know, they've had 6 kickoff returns for touchdowns this season. They really hadn't had a chance to show it here. And 2 punt returns for a touchdown. But how about Rock? I think he's played an outstanding defensive game. Tough matchups for him today. He's showing you some speed and ability on a kickoff return here.
That's got to make the Summit sideline and the coaching staff pleased to see that there is no quit in these Jaguars. They are still going to play right down to the very end. Hopkins, keeper, and he goes in. Touchdown.
That's exactly what you wanted to do, right? You wanted to score pretty quick.
That they did.
Hey, that's ideal. And you get it to a 2-score game right now.
You go for 2, that makes it 14 points.
Yeah, you try to go for 2.
Hopkins throws to an open man in the end zone, Presley, and the 2-point conversion is good. So with 1:43 left in the game, Summit now ready to call it a night.
You know the onside kick is on its way. And see what it's all about, the bounce of the kick. And however that is, got to get it.
Hopkins has had a very good night all the way around. Couple of interceptions, but beyond that, you got to like the way he's played. Let's send it down to the field. We'll check in with Chris.
Looking ahead to next Friday and the state championship games in Class 5A. It looks like Ryan will advance here, and Cedar Park will advance out of the other semifinal. The Timberwolves trailed 21-17 at halftime versus Corpus Christi Vets. Right now, the Timberwolf lead is 61-28 in the fourth quarter. Ryder Hernandez with 7 touchdown passes for Cedar Park.
Wow.
Alito looking for a three-peat in 5A D2, and that one has gone final in Denton. Bearcats win 55-28 over Ryder. The other semifinal has Crosby up 48-39 over Liberty Hill in the third.
Onside kick attempt is recovered by Ryan. So the Raiders will have the ball near midfield, leading 49-35.
That's just a great preparation there by the Ryan Raiders to watch that kind of sudden onside kick. They tried to catch the Ryan Raiders off guard a little bit, but they were prepared for it, and great execution to protect the receiver. But that front line protecting the embuscade of the coverage of the kick.
As you see on the screen, Summit only has 1 timeout. On first down, the run by Kiori Higgs picks up 8 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Kiori Hicks is a fresh running back. He's got, you know, Chris talked about he's banged up with that quad, but he's running with a little bit of a purpose, and that's how you cap off a game.
Averaging 10 yards a carry, 6 for 60 in his limited action here in the second half. Summit does not stop the clock. We go under a minute to play. Hicks with the handoff. He'll pick up the first down. And that will just about do it for the Ryan Raiders. A 5th consecutive trip to the state semifinals is going to result in a 2nd consecutive trip to the state championship. The Ryan Raiders, with a chance to win their first state title since 2002, they are about to advance past the Summit Jaguars here at AT&T Stadium. Summit uses their final timeout to stop the clock with 52 seconds left in the game.
What a game. I mean, it's, you know, this had a kind of a different feel to it for a little bit. You know, Summit's just one of those teams that, you know, they lean on their defense and they try to make enough plays on offense. And for a little bit there, they had Denton Ryan a little bit off kilter, and they had him on the ropes just a little bit. They got it to 1 point. And then, like a switch was flipped, it was 42-27 before you could blink. And that was the difference.
Well, you want to give credit to Ryan for showing their mettle when they found themselves up by 1 point, and they realized, okay, we have to do something about this, and we have to do it now. And they were able to make plays, turn on the switch, as you said, LD, and the result is going to be a 49-35 victory and a trip to the state championship game here at AT&T Stadium next week. You got to give all the credit in the world to the Summit Jaguars. They fought like demons tonight, offensively and defensively, but in the end, the Raiders win it by 14, 49-35.
Well, the Jaguars showed you a lot of why they made it here, and we detailed some of the how they got into the playoffs and, you know, the courageous comebacks that they've had to get here. And I'm telling you, that's a good football team. Well, the other team, the Ryan Raiders, just made a couple of more plays at the end of this game. That's really the difference. But man, they fought their tails off, and credit to them for an effort they did in an excellent season just to get to this point.
Dave Hennigan making sure to shake the hands of the Summit Jaguars, congratulate them on a fine season. Jags finish 8-5 on the year. They were the 4th place team out of their district to make it into the postseason, but they're the last one standing, and they go out in the state semifinals.
What a great story, right? Many 4 seeds make it this far, and not many. Credit to Denton Ryan Raiders. They did what they needed to do. They took care of the business. The defense, special teams came up and lifted this team to where they needed to be.
Outstanding performance from that young man tonight, Billy Bowman Jr. Offensively, defensively, you name it. He was in the mix, making huge plays for the Raiders tonight. This team trying to capitalize on their talent, which is just off the charts, as good as any team in Class 5A, to be sure. And let's send it down to the field. We'll check in with Chris.
All right, thanks, guys. Billy Bowman Jr. joins us here on the post-game report. Billy, I read that there were mouse traps hanging in your locker room this week. You knew this could be a potential trap game. Summit played their butts off.
Yeah, we came in knowing it was a trap game. You know, a lot was said about their record, but we just didn't want to take the cheese. And we came in as a team today, and I don't believe we played our best game. I do not believe. We are not satisfied with how we performed today, but we will fix it up, and we'll get ready for next week.
Tell me about the adjustments at halftime and really how you guys flipped the switch in that second half when Summit was within striking distance.
Our head coach just gave us a speech in the locker room saying we don't want easy. It's the 5th round of the playoffs in Texas high school football. It's not going to be easy, so we just had to come back out here and give it our all.
I will give you a chance to brag on some of your teammates on defense. Who, in your mind, really stepped it up tonight to get this done?
Ty Marsh, you know, he's one of the key players to our defense. He keeps everything rolling. He's a high motor guy. He always got a smile on his face, you know, and it was great how he played today, and we played solid as a team.
You look ahead to next week. You guys are going to the Ship. Cedar Park will be your opponent. Their quarterback tonight threw 7 touchdown passes. So you're going to have a great air attack to face next week right back here in Arlington.
Yeah, we're ready for it. You know, before every game we say we want all the smoke. That's what we're about. So give it our best. We're going to give it our best. We're going to see who comes out.
All right, thank you, sir. Billy Bowman Jr., part of the state championship-bound Ryan Raiders.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. 49-35, the final score, and we've got more coming your way from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Stay with us on CW33.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, I've got this friend who has a friend whose friend's friend is a buyer at the dump, and she told me how they really do it. When they see a good deal, they buy it all. Sometimes it's so much it doesn't even fit in their warehouse. But a deal's a deal. They go direct to the source and cut out all unnecessary costs. Only buying the good stuff. They know that if they don't pay full price, you don't pay full price. So shop the dump and find that special piece for your home. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever. Step up to GMC and get $6,500 purchase cash on this 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab Texas Edition. That's an MSRP under $47,000. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $750 purchase allowance.
Guys, yay! A new phone's here. I switched to Spectrum Mobile. I'm saving money and I get 5G nationwide. It's literally the smartest thing I've ever done.
You split an atom with the soda bottle and 2 straws.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of an accident.
You found the 10th planet.
I mean, it was just a little bit of calculus.
You found a cure for hiccups.
Yeah, but nationwide 5G and I'm saving 40%? Come on. Oh, almost forgot. I figured out time travel. So we're gonna get nuts later.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile, get 5G nationwide, and save up to 40%. It's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
Backed by popular demand. Join now at any of our 40-plus area locations, including our newest in Saga.
Texas Rangers supposed to be the ones that weed out the bad seeds. How do you think we've been doing it? Do better.
See, that's his formal way of calling me an idiot.
I have a certain way of doing things.
Here he comes to save the day.
It's good to see you, too. I'm trying to fix things. I got a second chance.
Walker. Series premiere January 21st on CW33.
The Ryan Raiders receiving the semifinal championship trophy, 49-35 winners over Mansfield Summit. You hear the players there. They want all the smoke. They'll get some next week against Cedar Park. What an incredible championship battle that is going to be next Friday night right here inside AT&T Stadium. Chris Majkowski back on the field, joined by Dave Hennigan, head coach of the Ryan Raiders. I talked about it with Billy, and I love the metaphor of hanging the mousetraps in the locker room. Who came up with that to decide to try to get into the kid's head that this could be a potential trap game?
Well, we've been doing that for years. You know, that goes all the way back to when Coach Florence was the coach in the early 2000s. So just something we do periodically if we feel like we just had a big win and we need to bring kids back down to earth and get them focused on playing a really good football team.
Let's talk about that end of that ball game. Summit getting dangerously close, and then you guys flip the switch. It starts with the punt block over in this end zone, and from then on, it was all Raiders.
Well, I mean, that's a great team over there. Give them credit. You know, they've been the cardiac kids for 3 weeks in a row. We knew we were going to have to play till the very end, and I'm proud of the way our kids battled. We knew it was kind of an ugly game, particularly offensively, But this time of year, you just have to find ways to win, whether it's scoring on defense, blocking kicks. The great teams, that's what they find a way to do, and our kids did a great job of doing that tonight.
One of the biggest highlights in that fourth quarter was the pick six by DJ Arkansas. I talked a little bit about his story, how 4 years ago he didn't know if he would play contact sports again. To see that young man do that on this field, it's got to warm your heart, give you a huge smile.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a great kid. You know, he's going to Rice next year, high character, scholar athlete. You know, and I told his dad and his family on signing day, you know, it was touch and go. You know, we remember 4 years ago sitting at Cook Children's over there in Fort Worth in that room, hoping he was just going to be okay, let alone play football. So it's a testament to him, to his family, work ethic, and his team attitude.
I want you to brag on your son a little bit. Crunch time, he steps up, and you talked a little bit with me about how he gained some strength and was able to use that and be able to run downfield, and he already had the confidence, but then you add the body weight and the strength to it, and that really showed up there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game for him. I mean, they're getting after him, getting pressure on him, and missed some throws that he probably normally makes. But he just battled like everybody else and grinded it out, made some big plays there at the end of the game, and unbelievable catch there in the end zone. And so, I'm proud of him, but I'm proud of all of them.
You haven't got a chance to look at him yet, but I'm sure you've heard a little bit about what Cedar Park can bring next week on this field. They win big tonight against Corpus Christi Vets. What are you looking forward to in that matchup, getting back to the championship round?
Well, I mean, I don't even know yet. We're going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll go to work on them in the morning. I know they're a good football team. They're only a few years removed from the state championship, and so we know it's going to be a big challenge. It always is in that game, and so. But we're going to enjoy this tonight before we start on that one.
All right, appreciate it, sir. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Denton Ryan on to the championship. Again, that is here 7 o'clock at AT&T Stadium next Friday night. To look at the player of the game, and I think it's going to be a few players of the game. Doug and LD.
All right, thanks, Chris. And before we show you the players of the game, let's take a final look at the numbers between the Raiders and the Jags.
Well, it's defensive dominated. The Ryan Raiders defense holding Mansfield Summit to only 60 yards rushing and then forcing 4 turnovers. That is critical, especially down the road late in the fourth quarter in this game. And the Ryan Raiders, like Coach Hennigan said, it was an ugly offensive game, but sometimes the great teams find a way to get it done, and they figured it out. The special teams come up and make a play. Their quarterback making excellent plays, being tough, and then running the ball at the end of the game to close it out. That's a recipe to get you into the state championship game.
As for our players of the game, you needed your defense to be huge tonight, and the Raiders defense certainly was.
And you know what? They've got so many guys that any week can come up and be the player of the game. They play great team defense, and they figured it out. They came up with the fumble recoveries for a touchdown, made fantastic interceptions, and people got to think the extension of the defense is the special teams punt blocks. You see Ty Marsh making big plays, the relentless pass pressure to get the strip sack and fumble TD scoop score. So this defense is phenomenal. Hats off to them, and good luck to them next week.
One more timeout, and then we will wrap things up from AT&T Stadium. The Ryan Raiders on their way to the state championship game after a 49-35 win over the Summit Jaguars.
CW33 High School Football Showdown is brought to you by USAA, proudly serving military members and their families.
Get down, heat it up like a sauna. Spin around one time if you want.
New chicken dance? New chicken sandwich. My juicy, thickest filet yet. My Cluck sandwich combos. Only at Jack in the Box.
Here's to family that kept us grounded. New traditions discovered simply by staying home and finding new ways to stay in touch. And here's to starting 2021 with a clean slate at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Renew your home with style, fresh colors, exciting innovations, and new technology. Shop it all safely in-store and online with 24-month financing available and convenient delivery or contact-free pickup. Start the new year with a clean slate and store-wide savings from Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Here's another car crash fact from Angel Reyes, your 5-star injury lawyer.
John from Mesquite asks, what's my car crash case worth? Handling your car accident case without a lawyer can significantly reduce the value of your case. Don't devalue yourself or your case. Call me now and get the money you deserve.
For a free consultation, call Angel Reyes, your 5-star injury lawyer. 855-MY-ANGEL or visit angelreyes.com.
Your mother is a special lady, and on her special day, you promised her a special celebration. But if slow upload speeds won't let your video call through because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad son. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Anywhere convenience, everyday security. Bankers here to help for wherever you want to go. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Introducing my brand new chicken. Crispy, crunchy breading on my juicy, thickest filet yet, topped with mystery sauce and pickles on a brioche bun. My Cluck Sandwich combos, only at Jack in the Box.
When it comes to comedy, CW33 is all business.
Good for you. That's why you're the boss.
At 4, have a meeting with the CEO of the Goldbergs.
You can pay me in huggies and smoochies.
Then at 5, budget some time for 2.5 Men.
I appreciate you pretending I work hard.
And at 5:30, get comedy that pays real dividends with Mom.
I like to think I could sell veal to a vegan.
It's laughter that's BBB approved.
Yes, baby.
Weekdays starting at 4 on CW33. Good fun.
A 14-point victory for the Ryan Raiders tonight, 49-35 at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. And LD, we've got to talk about the drive of the game brought to you by Hyundai. A terrific sequence of events for the Ryan Raiders.
You know, to me, this is what started the turn of the tide, if you will. The block punt by Michael G. And then right off of that, how creative this offense got. They needed something, so they come right off with the Philly special, and Jatavian Sanders puts a pass up there to where their quarterback goes up and makes that play. That sequence there, I thought, was the switch, and they never looked back from that point there.
That really was. The momentum certainly turned at that point, and Ryan never looked back as they win 49-35. We'll come back. Chris will have some scores, and we'll wrap things up from here at AT&T Stadium. You're watching the High School Football Showdown on CW33.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honorably served. And it's made for her. She's serving now. We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renter's insurance. Become a member today. Call us for a quote. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Life's full of little accidents. And the Hyundai Tucson helps make sure they stay little by alerting you if you drift out of your lane and even gently correcting your steering. Because unlike your favorite shirt, you are irreplaceable. Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get a new 2021 Tucson today, starting at just $23,700. Now with complimentary maintenance. See your local Hyundai dealer.
My internet came with so many hidden monthly fees, I started fee keeping. They don't make much honey, but they do sting.
Don't get fees. Get Frontier and get no hidden monthly fees for $59.99 a month, plus taxes and government charges.
Pick your free electricity with Reliant. Weekends, nights, or your 2 highest use days every week. Whichever you pick, we'll upgrade your plan to solar on us. That's power your way.
Denton Ryan beats Mansfield Summit 49-35 on the CW33 High School Football Showdown. The Raiders heading to the championship round in 5A D1. They will face Cedar Park. That score is inverted. It is the Timberwolves who are heading to the championship game. They're now 14-0. The top 3 teams in the state in 5A D1 all came out of Region 2. Ryan survives out of that region, then beats Summit here in the semifinals. Cedar Park was ranked 4th in the state to end the regular season. They will meet next Friday, 7 o'clock, right back here at AT&T Stadium. The Class 5A D2 championship game will include Aledo. The Bearcats going for a 3rd straight state title. They win 55-28 over the Rider Raiders up at Denton's Apogee Stadium tonight. The other slot has yet to be decided. Crosby was up in this game against Liberty Hill, 55-39. It is now tied at 55 with 9 minutes to go in regulation. So it'll be Aledo versus either Crosby or Liberty Hill next Friday at 1 o'clock here inside AT&T Stadium in beautiful Arlington, Texas. Back up to Doug and LD.
All right, thanks, Chris. Beautiful indeed. A terrific venue, and it's our first time here this year. It took until 2021 to get here, but we are here, glad to be. And then we get our first visit to Globe Life Park tomorrow for a whale of a game. Duncanville, South Lake Carroll, 6A Division I semifinal.
Yeah, what a way to get our introduction to Globe Life Park, and that should be a good one. And, man, I tell you what, to do this game just as we had today, it was fantastic because you just had 2 stories. But tomorrow is the epic heavyweight battle of 2 heavyweight teams in the state of Texas, and this is going to be everything we think it should be, and I can't wait to get there tomorrow.
I mean, those 2 6A Division I semifinals, Duncanville and Carroll. Then you've got Galena Park, North Shore, and Austin Westlake. You can't ask for anything better than that. That is 4 of the top dynasties in the state of Texas over the last 20 years or so. So we certainly look forward to our part of that tomorrow, Duncanville and South Lake Carroll. We want to say thank you to everyone that was a part of this one tonight, including the entire Jeff Watts Productions crew for the great job they always do. Down on the field, Chris Mykowski, excellent work as always. Up in the booth, our statistician Robert Walton did a terrific job. And for my broadcast partner, Ladera McClain, hey partner, let's do another one tomorrow. It is going to be on Duncanville and Carroll. I'm Doug Anderson. We'll see you tomorrow here in Arlington.